How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Pokemon rumors, and I'll be posting a few of these going throughout the next few days, as I'll be going away on a vacation. So, in case you guys are confused, I'm just going to be pre-recording a bunch of these. But either way, let's get started on the first post of today, which is going to be this one on 4chan. It includes actually kind of a weird image, I would say. Actually, two weird images. So let's take a look at those real quick. So first up, we have these images, right? We have one with these eyes that are kind of peeking and peering out, which I didn't really know what to think about this one. Then we have this one right here, which is a sort of, I guess, like a listing of, whatchamacallit, I guess, not really templates, but kind of like concept arts and like a listing of, like, these are the concepts that need to be, like, you know, done or that have been done, and their names and their code names and stuff like that. This is sort of the layout of what they do when they do make these, so this does fit the layout of how they do these. But the actual thing we see here is some form of like crocodile form, like some kind of crocodile form. Now, of course, you guys can double check this in terms of like, is the Japanese correct here? I don't speak Japanese, I don't read Japanese, so it's hard for me to tell if this is real or not, and I haven't really seen anybody covering this necessarily on Twitter or anything. Or any posts about it that would, like, kind of, you know, clarify it, so to say. Like, I haven't seen any of that, so I don't really know if necessarily I have much to say in that regard, because I really do not know, is this, like, you know, legit Japanese or not? I'd love to know what you guys think. The actual design, though, does look pretty interesting. It's essentially a crocodile, but it's got, like, its mouth taped up. It almost looks ghostly in its design. There is some aspects to it that make me feel like it is fake, which is a little bit of the shading. The shading in some areas of the actual design here, especially on this image, the shading looks a little too rough. Like, Pokemon has a kind of a interesting, like, way of shading their Sugimori art. Like, it's done in a very particular way. And even this Pokemon thing that's, like, right below it, even that looks a little bit off. But let's see what the actual post has to say, though, which is the following. They start off by saying A, and then a bunch of, I guess, Japanese or Chinese text saying ZA has 11 new forms. 2 are convergent, and convergent forms, if you guys do not know, is of course Wiglet and, you know, Pokemon along those lines. Apparently, there's also 17 new Mega Evolutions. Volcanion is playable if you have purchased the Paldea region. I don't know what he means by that, but okay. It says Magiana has a history of Mega Evolution. No idea what Magiana is referring to. The Yancy is the only Pokemon that can use Tennis, Rasta, Tennis, what, Rasta, Latios, Latias, and Latius. First overpopulated rural minigame. Holby jumping out of a hole. Granblue gets angry and destroys the crops. Riolu is the first Pokemon. When we arrive at the Institute, we meet a teacher. This feels like it's written by somebody who's, like, either doesn't know, like, English properly, or has been huffing something. Either way, he has blonde hair and wears green dress. He chooses Hitokage. Again, must be a Japanese name of one of the Pokemon, because I don't know the Japanese names. Zenigame or Fushigidane. And then the game's villains then give a second evolution of the area's traditional starters. That's him implying, I guess, that you would get, like, the regular starter Pokemon, you know, Froakie, Fennekin, or Chespin. So, fair enough. There are wild Pokemon in the city, which would be expected since we're going to be only inside of Lumiose. Some Pokemon hide in trash cans. Sure, I get that. Like, you know, like I can see that being real. Alleys and manholes, but not all. There are several missions in the city, and when you complete one, Zurugu evolves into Zuruzukeen, okay? And Zuruzukeen evolves into Zuruzukeen Mega Evolution and starts scratching around the alleys with the trainers. Scratching? I'm assuming he means searching. Also in the alley are stairs leading to the upper floors of the city. Many of these stairs are not immediately accessible because the city is not yet fully developed. Okay, fair enough. Then he says, in fact, the top floor, and then the one that includes the image, it says, in fact, the top floor is located in the middle of the game and consists solely of aerial combat. Since Pokemon types are mainly birds, orbs are of little use in this area. What orbs? What are we talking about? With the exception of flying balls. Oh, Pokeballs are useless, is what you're trying to say. And I guess some form of flying balls? Okay. He says, the lower level can only be reached in the finale, I guess, and remains unexplored until the end of the game in most cases. It is a large labyrinth with dead ends and Mega Pokemon nests. Okay, that would actually be pretty wild. That's an interesting concept. Like, if the tower sort of worked, like, you know, in, like, layers, that would be cool. However, the sewers are inhabited by real Zygardes. Multiple Zygardes or one Zygarde? In fact, the sewers have several entrances, some of which can be visited from the beginning, with fake Zygarde that appears to have been Molted? Okay, sure. Either way, next up it says, the last enemy is the cab driver. Cabs are useful more as teleporters than as an opportunity to move quickly, as they unlock after a considerable amount of time. Run with Go-Goats, swim with Mega Melodic, and fly with Latios. So, not Latios or Latias, Latios, okay. Go out with your new Pokemon. There's even a mini game where you play against the Psyhorn. Is that some version of Rhyhorn? X and Y are battle styled, and Mega Evolution is also available. There are both X and Y in Z, which are unlocked after the game's end, where you find Mega Crystals. A trump card appears. Using it unlocks Mega Evolution, specifically Mega Z, and unlocks Z forms of Ibertol and Zelnias. Okay. The fourth member of the trio is Mega Parasite, who is responsible for spreading Mega. It's the tool for the its tool is the Mega A Stone. I'm gonna be real. Most of this sounds like gibberish. I'm not gonna lie. Or at least it sounds a little bit cray-cray. Okay, I'm just gonna be real with you. It sounds a little bit crazy, a little bit all over the place. Not gonna lie. I do also think, like I said, the art, something feels off about the art. I don't know what it is, but something doesn't feel right about it. That's kind of where I'm sitting with it. Like, something feels a little tiny bit off, okay? Feels a little tiny bit off. Which, again, it could be me just complaining or being crazy, but it does feel a little bit strange. So, again, I'd love to know what you guys think about it in that regard, because I don't really know what to put my finger on. I would say it's fake most likely, but I've been wrong before, so, you know, I'll be willing to be wrong again if this ends up being real. So I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are, but let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be this post right here. This is by a different poster, and this one starts off by the following. From Anonymous, posted recently saying, Pokemon ZA will have a big post-game. I really hope so. I really do. Post-game will have several separate quests that bring in Pokemon from post-Gen 6 games. One of these quests involves the Tapus coming to Kalos. It's not the first time I've seen the Tapus brought up in some form of or shape in regards to this game, because, again, everybody thinks that because we had Enamorus as like a new addition to like the weather trio, right? Because we had that one included, a lot of people think that we're going to see another case like that, but this time with the Tapus. Like, that's like basically the expectation I've seen from a lot of people. You know, like probably the biggest thing I've seen from a lot of people, like in regards to it. But again, who knows? It could just be not true. Could be just BS. Could be fake. Like, it's really hard to tell, to be honest with you, but I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. But either way, he says a fifth Tapu will be introduced, themed after the color green to represent Molokai Island. Okay. Then he says each Tapu after the quest will be catchable in each of the Kalos color plazas that match them. Okay, sure. Reason they appear in Kalos is due to Ultra Beasts spreading due to wormholes opening over the city. An explanation for the arrival is that they were summoned for help. Okay. So you're saying Ultra Beasts are going to show up in Kalos? I'm not the biggest fan of Ultra Beasts, I'm not going to lie. I don't really like him that much. But this is a bit wild, I don't know. Okay, so he's saying that Ultra Beasts will be showing up. I mean, maybe this is a good way for them to bring him back in some shape, but I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Either way, he says 8 different beasts in total will appear. 2 will be brand new. Okay, fair enough. That would actually be nice. 2 new Ultra Beasts. Okay, cool. Based on France's invasive species. One based on a ground creeping cactus, and the other based off of a blood red crayfish. Okay, interesting. Types are grass, ice, and fire, water. Beast balls will not be in ZA according to source. Reportedly one of the most tedious quests in the game in its current state, likely to change. That sounds like something Pokemon would do. Make something tedious and not fun. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to be real. This one sounds a bit interesting. Out of everything I've read so far today, because I've read a lot of rumors prior to making this video, but this one is probably the one that, like, I don't know, has a most reasonable, like, thing to it. Like, it doesn't sound that crazy. It sounds relatively good-natured. So, in that regard, I don't think it's too bad of a rumor. Again, I could be wrong. I mean, Ultra Beasts, like, it's not like they're, you know, necessarily something crazy or, you know, something we really want or, you know, like, in that regard, like, it has potential. Okay, let's put it like that. Okay, like, it has its potential and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing to talk about, which leads me to the next post of today, which is going to be this post right here. Don't know the context of the photo, but either way, the information that it says here is PMWJ. Okay, oh boy. He says, Anonymous posted saying Pokemon Playful Mew and Wishful Jirachi. And apparently these are going to be new generational games or some shit. He says region based in Japan. Okay. brother, already losing me. Colorful and cutesy chibi art style plus Pokemon models / move animations. Okay. Says simplistic casual gameplay. Okay, but what would that even imply? And then wild encounters. I mean, it would be wild if out of everything I've read, if this one comes out to being true. Like, it would be the craziest thing ever if this actually is the one that ends up being real. Like, that, I don't know why, but I feel like that would be so funny. If, like, the one that ends up being real is the post that, like, sounds the most bullshit, right? Like, wouldn't that be funny? I feel like that would be funny. But here's basically what it says for you guys can see it clearly. But yeah, Pokemon Playful Mew and Pokemon Wishful Jirachi, region-based in Japan, colorful and cutesy chibi art style, plus Pokemon models / move animations, simplistic casual gameplay. I don't get it. Pokemon already is casual, so what would more casual even look like? Like, what would that even be? Like, what would that imply? Wild encounters. So, wild encounters in what way? You mean just finding them in the grass or finding them in the open world? Chikorita, Charmander, and Mudkip starters. That's actually an interesting combo. That is a wild combo, I'm not gonna lie. Protagonist looks younger, okay. 2 to 4 player local co-op. Well, that's not that crazy. I mean, just local though, interesting, huh? That'd be weird. I guess they wouldn't want multiplayer. Fair enough. Cutscenes of Mew and Jirachi falling headfirst from the sky. Okay. And trailers soon, first half of 2025. Wait. Trailers soon, and then first half 2025 release. But we have Legends ZA next year. This would be just really out of place, wouldn't it? I don't know, Chief. This would just be a little bit out of place. I'm not going to lie. It seems a little out of place. A little out of place. But, hey, it's a funny rumor, though, because I haven't really seen anybody bringing up freaking Playful Mew and Wishful Jirachi. That's a wild combo. I have not seen that before. That one's new, okay? That one's definitely new. But it's kind of funny, though, to look at still. Like, I think it's at least, like, interesting to, you know, dive into. Even though it is pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. The final thing we're gonna talk about today is going to be this right here. It's about Pokemon TCG Pocket, and is basically mostly about like just information about it. This was posted on the 24th. So this was posted. Actually, no, this was posted on the was it? No, 12th. The 12th. So it was posted relatively recently, and given the fact that we did have a Pokemon TCG like reveal thingy happening recently, like, you know, an actual trailer, release date. Let's see, Pokemon release date. I think they've actually confirmed it now. October 30th is when it's releasing. So when this fella says here, because the first thing he says is releases November 2024. So he says, first and foremost, this game is going to be massive. I fully expect to take over as Pokemon Go did. Release November 2024. Okay. Available demo in October through registration. Not everyone will get to play the demo, but everyone will receive an immersive Pikachu card to register once the game launches. Demo is playable at Worlds. Okay, that was true though. That is true. Because this is now we're reading this, you know, after the Worlds has happened already. And for registration and playing that demo, you will receive immersive Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise cards once the game launches. Okay, open 2 free packs per day. All right, various sets will be available, and randomly mixed packs will be named after Pokemon titles: Silver, Gold, Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond. These packs feature random cards from different sets. Each pack has increased chances for rarer cards. Okay. That makes sense. That seems to compute with what we know. He says new cards and sets exclusively available for TCG Pocket, and new moves will be available at launch. Interesting. That would be wild if they decide to just make full-on exclusive cards for this that have nothing to do with the regular, like, you know, paper card, you know, games. Interesting. Huh. And I do wonder what they're going to charge for these things in game. Like, I am very curious what they're going to charge you for actually, like, you know, to buy packs and stuff. Like, I'm very curious about that. Like, that's something I'm very intrigued to know. But okay, so it says there will be pre-made decks, set boxes, and randomly assorted boxes for purchase via the marketplace. Okay, so can you buy packs though? Expect classic legacy sets to become available sometime after launch. Okay, marketplace will be allowing players to trade and list cards for sale via points. And you'll be able to purchase cards with points and you earn from playing matches and competing in daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Okay. Trade with friends and strangers and build multiple decks. You'll be able to have 5 decks at any given time at the launch of the game. You can battle anyone within a 2-kilometer radius of you who has the option to accept public challenges. That's it? Not further? This would be really shitty if you can't battle somebody across the world. Like, that would just kind of defeat the point then. Winning matches will improve your level as a trainer and award you points you can redeem within the marketplace for unique items, including avatar outfits, card animation effects, playing mats, and more. You can also redeem those points for cards listed on the marketplace and for packs. Packs will cost a lot of points. I can believe that. You will be able to buy marketplace points as well if you want specific cards right away, but don't have points available. So money, spend money. Yes, money. Okay, no, some of these things may not be available right at launch. So I'm gonna be real. Everything I've read so far today, this seems like the most legit. The reason I say that is because the only thing this one gets wrong is it says releases November 2024. We know officially the release date is October 30th. That is so close. That's the end of October, okay? That's literally the end of October, almost like September. So the only thing, that's kind of what makes me think this still could be legit. And also, the way they describe it, this doesn't seem that crazy. We know definitely like them giving us 2 free packs per day seems realistic. How you would actually get more packs, that's not really clear. Is the actual economy of this game going to be all centered around the fact that like, if like, let's say like this, every player in the world, no matter how much money you spend, only has access to 2 packs per day. If that is the case, right, if you only have 2 packs per day, can those be stacked? Can you, like, stack those packs every single day if you don't open them? Or is it one of those things where you just have to open them in that day or they expire and then you get a new set the next day? Also, if you only have 2 packs per day, will it make the economy sort of one based on luck? Where, like, if you get lucky with your packs and you unbox something really good, like something really good, then you have a chance of selling that on the marketplace to get enough money to buy a full, like, pre-made deck, right, that you can use for battling. Like, I'm very curious how that's gonna work. Or also, will battles in the game reward you with, like, points back? Like, how does that all work? Like, I'm planning on making a lot of videos on this game once it is out. Like, my plan is to cover it, like, heavily, because we got nothing else this year, so might as well play, TCG Pocket. But nonetheless, it is strange. It is strange how they're, like, describing this. And this actually, like I said, the most, out of every rumor I've read, this is the most realistic sounding thing so far. Like, this sounds genuinely real. The only thing that's wrong out of it that we know is wrong is that it says November, but we know it's releasing on the, like, literally end of October, basically start of November. So that's the only thing that gives me a little bit of off feeling. But I'm gonna be real, this is a solid rumor though. I think it's a genuinely solid rumor. So that's pretty much gonna be it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a like down below, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye bye.